What's going on, everyone? This is Slackerman with another diecast model review. Today we are looking at the Witty Wings 1 in 144 scale MiG-29 Fulcrum from the Slovakia Air Force, or Slovakian Air Force. I'm a big fan of, obviously, the Su-27, the Super Flankers, the Su-35, Su-34, and I also liked the look of the MiG-29 Fulcrum. I wanted to get this, and Witty Wings does an amazing job with this 1 in 144 scale line. As far as Witty Wings in the bigger scale, the 172 scale, I did own one of those models in FA-18, and I don't think that Witty Wings is nearly on par with Hobby Master or Forces of Valor in that bigger scale. But in the smaller scale, I think this is really where their knack is, because nobody is doing the 1 in 144 scale. All you have is, Hogan Wings doing the 1 in 200 scale. I think this is a perfect scale. This and the 1 in 100 scale. 1 in 100 is my favorite scale, but this is also a great scale, I think personally. I read on some diecast forums that Witty Wings is done now. They're not really producing a lot of diecast airplanes, or maybe they changed their name to JC Wings. Maybe that's what it is. But I really hope that they continue with this 1 in 144 scale line. So let's take a look at this model. As far as the packaging, it's the same as you get with a bigger Witty Wings. So you just have a picture of the jet up front, window box. You have a small read-up on the MiG-29. I believe the MiG-29 kind of influenced, or the F-15 and the F-16 was built in response to seeing the MiG-29. So that's very cool to see this kind of era. The F-15 is becoming my new favorite American jet fighter, or jet fighter period, so it's cool that this would be kind of its rival. Nothing really on the back here. As far as the model itself, I have to say again, Witty Wings did an amazing job with this model. I think this, again, just repeating myself, the 1 in 144 scale, they do a really good job at with the level of detail. So let's take a look. So this one has that kind of new digital print camo or camouflage, which I really like a lot. They did a great job with that pixelated look to the camouflage. So that's very cool. You have the, looks like the Slovakian Air Force kind of symbol on the wings there. The cockpit is nicely done, just have a seat in there. You really can't see any instruments. You can see an antenna here, kind of these vents that the MiG-29 is known for, that shape. Up front on the nose, I believe this is their infrared targeting sensor, or their version of a forward-looking infrared sensor. I believe the Super Flankers, the Su-27s, Su-34s, Su-35s have that kind of infrared sensor as well. So this must be a more modern MiG-29. Looking at the side, again, great detail. This is kind of hard to pick up on camera if I can get a good angle of it, but if you can see that they actually sculpted in the big air intake blades inside the intake, so that's very cool. I can't really get a good shot of it in this lighting, but you can kind of see right there that they sculpted that in, so very cool. The armament, it does come with obviously some missiles. I did end up breaking one of the short-range ones on this side, so because this is so tiny and they are kind of hard to get in, just be careful. So on this side, you can see that even the missiles are really well detailed. This has some black striping, even has some writing on the side, and then kind of what looks like the infrared sensor on the tip of the warhead. So you have a medium range, a long range on this side, and then a long range, medium range, and then probably a short range, kind of like a Sidewinder, or the Russians' version of a Sidewinder. So that's very cool. It also comes with an external fuel tank, which I did super glue. I super glued all this in. I just like doing that so it doesn't fall off. So again, I like the look of the external fuel tank. On the underside, you have some in-flight lights there, so very cool. Let me set my camera down so I can show you the engines real quick. Again, I think they did a nice job sculpting out the engines, so you can see that they even sculpted the inside of it. So that looks very cool. Here's another shot of the underside of the jet. From the back, I really like the back end of this jet. I just think it's a very cool, reminds me kind of like an F-15. So again, a very cool jet fighter. I do prefer the Su-27 and the Sukhoi line of fighters, the Super Flanker. but this is also very cool to have. So again, I think this is where Witty Wings, kind of its bread and butter. I hope that they make more 1 in 144 scale models. Again, the 1 in 100 in this scale is probably my favorite scale. 1 in 72 scale is not bad. It's just a little too big for me. So I hope that Witty Wings or JC Wings or Century Wings or Hobby Master or somebody gets into the smaller scale, not the 1 in 200, but this 1 in 144 or 1 in 100 scale models. So definitely this is an easy 5 out of 5. The stand is nice and sturdy, plugs right into the thrusters there, so definitely worth getting. I also have the A10 that they did, which is probably my favorite A10 model that I own, so I'll review that hopefully next week because that's another great Witty Wings 1 in 44 scale model. So hope everyone liked the video, and thanks a lot for watching.